This guy's on a rampage right now. He's killing the comedy game in the local area and just all kinds of stuff. But then he goes, I'm going to start a podcast. I'm like, fuck you are. I'm going to fucking cancel your fucking network, bro. Don't. He walks in and I'm going to start comedy. And then boom, he's better than everybody. Now he goes, well, now I'm going to start a podcast. He's going to be boom, better than everybody. And that shit's not fair. I'm at 145 episodes with this piece of shit. And Zach's going to go, ooh, and he's going to get 20,000 fucking views on his first one. And that shit pisses me off, especially because I'm missing the fucking season finale of Survivor on Wednesday for his fucking birthday party show. Chose. And a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, and a 1. And this is Shot 30 Podcast, and I am Shayne Neubert. And thank you always for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Hey, this is episode 145. Bink. Woo! We're doing good. We've been pumping out episodes. And it's been crazy because the schedule has just been wild. It is, I mean, it's coming at us left and right. It's coming on me left and right. It's coming on both my hands and both of my titties. And I'm happy for it. You know, I used to really love not doing anything all the time. But I realized that as we've been doing a lot of the comedy shows and I got a dunk tank coming up and Timmery's Burlesque. Like, I enjoy going to these things. It's just I also really enjoy sleep. So, you know, like rolling out to Dubuque in the middle of the night. God damn, my contacts have been shitty as hell lately. I hate these bitches. Damn, dude, they just like stuck to my eye. They're brand new contacts. I'm blaming it on the weather. What the hell was I even saying? Oh, yeah, we've got a dunk tank coming up. I'm going to be in a dunk tank. That's going to be pretty fun. And I've got my outfit planned, and that's for Clock Inc. for Pride Fest, Pride Month. But that's on the 3rd and 4th at Schwiebler Park. I think that sounds right. And Adam, if I fuck that up, just let me know, baby. But yeah, we've been doing and comedy stuff has been going well lately. And I've been writing a whole lot, and I've been working hard. And I see a lot of these other comedians, they're working hard too, and that's motivating me. I'm looking at Austin and Leslie and Zach Vaughn and all these people, and I mean, and there's the list goes on, but there's so many people that are just working so hard, and I just want to work as hard as them. I want to be like them. I want to be like them. Or like Chris Starman. I brought Chris Starman a little breakfast the other day, a little breakfast in bed, and I just love that guy, man. That guy just makes me happy. He's just one of the, and if you haven't seen the Chris Starman episode, it's like, I don't know, episode like 135 or something like that, but he's the comedian out of the Quad Cities, and man, this guy just, every time I see him, we give each other a big old bear hug. And I realized real quick, I can't bear hug his wife. She's not one of those touchy-feely type of people. So when I went to give her a hug, she backed up. She pulled out a piece on me. And I was like, damn, I was just trying to give you a hug because I think you're sweet. And nah, she wanted to bust a cap or two in my ass. But there's been so much going on lately, and we've got shows lined up. 411 Bar and Grill in Matherville, and they've been gracious enough that they're letting me host some shows and put some more shows on. And we just made an adjustment to the Zach Vaughn, the July 9th. Zach Vaughn will be headlining the show that I'm going to be hosting up there. And now we have a new opener for that show. Former NFL football player Julian Vandervelde is going to get his big old mitts wet with a little stand-up comedy. And we're going to see how he does. And if he sucks, I'm going to let him know. But I truly think that if he just goes up there, he was on the same team as Nick Foles was, and everybody calls him Big Dick Nick, and they say that he has a massive wiener. So if Julian just goes up there and talks about old Nick Foles' big old hog, I think there's no way he does a bad job. There's no way. But we're hitting a solo cast. We've slowed down on solo cast, but I really enjoy doing them. I want to be able to do these more, but also, time is at the essence. I don't even know if that made sense. Time is at the essence. What beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And I've been watching a lot of the Twilight Zones lately, and that was one of those episodes. And those old episodes of Twilight Zone, they really make you think about our world today and how things have changed or not changed. There's a lot of things in stuff like the Twilight Zone where you go, wow, this holds up to today. Or there's even some futuristic episodes and you look at it like, damn, we're way more advanced than what they thought we were going to be in 1,000 years. And I just love that show. It makes you think a lot. And yeah, but I am guilty. I'm guilty because I haven't watched Multiverse of Madness. And I think that maybe my fanism, that sounds like a sexual porny type thing. But I haven't been keeping up on Marvel as tight as I always have been before. Moon Knight was amazing, but I haven't seen Multiverse of Madness yet, and I clearly need to. Morbius was awful. Great job. Great job making an awful movie, but you had great Easter eggs. Post-credit scenes. I will say that. That was amazing. The post-credit scenes, yeah, those are spot on. I've decided that I'm going to do something crazy coming up. I've got something in the works, and I don't know if I really want to say it on the podcast, but I guess I will. I'm going to do burlesque. Not gonna do burlesque because I'm not going to make it like a routine thing, but I'm going to do one real burlesque set. And I thought I was doing it as a trade. Timmery has to do stand-up one time, and then I will do a real burlesque set with no comedy. Just I'm gonna do a real thing. But damn, I gotta lose some lbs first, because these titties, man, I may have the biggest titties on stage. At this rate, I'm like 2 cheeseburgers away from producing breast milk, and I don't even think that's how that works. But I'm gonna give it a go. And I think that I might have to have somebody make me some custom, a custom Speedo. Just because I don't want anything leaking out. Not leaking out. That sounds fucking stupid. I mean, peeking out. Damn. It's early morning. It's an early Sunday morning in the beautiful land of Illinois. And I hope you're all waking up with your coffee, or maybe if you're watching this late at night, you're maybe reaching your hand over with consent, touching your partner. And if this person is your partner, I hope you have an open consent form, because you can't. I hate it when Timmery just out of nowhere grabs my ding dang. I hate it. It drives me crazy. But I mean, I walk past her and grab her boobies or slap her butt or give her an old twat slap, and she's fine with it. But I just don't like it when she grabs the old member out of nowhere. She needs to start asking for consent. But I know a lot of people where they think that consent doesn't work like that, but it does. And Timmery, you need to get your shit together, because get your shit together, get out of my fucking house. That's what I'm going to say. But yeah, I was going to mow the grass this morning, but damn, that shit was so wet. And I'm talking about Timberries. That's stupid. But yeah, there's been a lot of things going on. But as always, Apple Shot 30 podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Castbox, YouTube, all those things. And so today I did like a weird thing. And I don't know because I feel weird reaching out. I was told by this one bar, I guess bar and grill and like music place, that they wanted me to submit a video to them and for possibly me doing stand up there. And so I was like, okay, this is cool, but maybe I should just do it for everybody. Like post it on a Facebook post. Hey, if you're interested in booking me. And I don't think that I necessarily am good enough to be booked. But also I want to be. So I don't care. And I might take some shit for some of the comedians and stuff, but I don't care. If I want to put my stuff out there, I'm going to put my stuff out there. And I don't tell anybody else how to go about their business, but I know some people would be like, well, Shayne thinks that he's better than he actually is. And I don't care. Fuck you. Fuck you. I hate that people just sit there and they just nitpick people away. It's a weird world where we think that every move that a person should make, that we should have our hands in that cookie jar. Nah, keep your fucking dirty mitts out of my cookie jar. I don't care. You can say whatever you want. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Who's saying that? Michael Jackson? I think I sounded just like him too. Michael Jackson, he was a bit of a creep. That was a weird nose that he had at the end of the game, huh? I don't know why do people like change their faces so much? Don't you this is what you were given. We have to be okay with what we're given sometimes. I mean, make your changes if you want to. Look at me. Here I go right into what I was just judging other people for. And see, that's where we need to become more vigilant. You know what? Do whatever the fuck you want with your face and your body, and that's on you. That's your vessel to make your own decisions. I just think Michael Jackson looks creepy. And that's okay for me to say because he's dead now and he can't defend himself. So it's not like really, I'm actually talking shit about a non-existent person. So I guess I can do that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. I can do that. But things have been wild. We've been busy a lot. I was gonna talk about this dunk tank, and I'm excited for this dunk tank. So it's for Pride Fest, and it is for Clock Inc. And I'm really thinking that, I'm going to play like that villainous role because they called me infamous. And if you get called infamous, that doesn't ring well. Doesn't ring worm well. So I'm really going to just be up there just talking shit. I don't care if you're 7 years old. I don't care if you're 77 years old. I am going to make you spend all your money because you're going to get frustrated. You're going to start missing the target. And I'm going to make you keep throwing because your ass is never going to get me in that water. But I do wonder about how hygienic it is to be in that type of water like that. If there's like 10 other people that get dunked in that water, that's almost essentially like me bathing in someone else's bathwater. I don't want to be under there and catch one of Pubali Kundu's pubic hairs in my teeth, or Steve Jennings. I don't know if he maybe I ejaculated earlier in the day and maybe his sample is on my shoulder. I don't want the gross side of it, so maybe I don't want to actually ever fall into the water. But I guess for $20 you can just hit the button and then I go in anyways. And I'm not saying that just for me. Other people may not want my stuff, I do shave my whole body, so if there's any hair, it's probably from my face, and I take care. So there's going to be some like tree mint oil that you may get on that beard hair, but you'll know it's mine. And I trim my toenails and stuff like that. So I'm a pretty clean guy I would say for the most part. Sometimes I get a little bit little worked up, and there might be a little sample left on the end of the stick. Sometimes you don't get every drop. But that's a risk everyone else is willing to take, you know? But I got my outfit ready and I'm stoked for it. And and yeah, I'm stoked about a lot of stuff that we have going on and going forward. And work's been crazy. And I don't know. There's a lot of people out there who have schedules that just, I mean, you're getting hit left and right with your schedule. Oh, shut up. Just shut up. Shut up, Walter. Oh my gosh. But anyways, what the hell was I saying? Something about my toenail clippings. Yeah. And I've ever since I had those two ingrown toenails where I had to have them like cut out of my foot, gosh, my toenails like grow on just my big toe so weird. And I mean they're gross. They're gross. I'm thinking about just starting to paint my toenails just because I don't want people to see them anymore. And that's why I don't wear sandals. But I do think people who do wear sandals all the time, I think they're monsters. I do. I think that they have some sort of thing going on inside their brain that turns them into, yeah, I mean, Edward Cullen or just something's not right. Yeah, when I see people wear sandals all the time, I think that they're probably going to end up with a nose like Michael Jackson's. And well, I think it is crazy that people look at Michael Jackson in today's world and still think that he's like the saint. And from what I know, wasn't he like a really creepy guy with like children? And there was a lot of stuff that came out about him, but people love his music so much. The other day I was laying there in bed and I thought to myself, I was like, I think that Freddie Mercury might have been gay. I did. I don't know. Sometimes like some men are built with like an internal gaydar. I guess I hope that's not. I mean, I know I make people's like gaydar like wee. I mean, I'm guilty as charged. You know, like I have no issue just with consent grabbing someone's penis or sucking it. But I think that Freddie Mercury might have been gay. I really do. And I think that Carrot Top might be as well. Carrot Top was just in Davenport, and I tried to reach out to him to get him on the podcast, and I was like desperately trying to get him, and I couldn't get any messages back. Well, the 20th came, and then I saw that I got in contact with his manager of public relations, and she said that he was already in Clinton and Clinton was too far. So now I know a better route when like those type of guests are in the area. I have to just go to like a public manager because they're not going to check their social media, nor will they respond. So just like everything, I'm learning and getting better and trying to do these things. I'm not just sitting around doing nothing all day. But I mean, I am while I'm at work. But after work, like that's when all my busy shit starts. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for being here, as always. I had a guy tell me the other day that I'll leave this quite vague, but he said that there was a day I had walked away from Timmery after a show and left her in a dangerous setting. And it kind of pissed me off. First of all, I would never do that. Second of all, I always have my eyes on her to make sure that that will never happen. And third of all, she can fucking defend herself. And she was kind of upset when she heard that too. That's a weird thing to be told. Like, dude, especially when the person who said it, Timmery could literally knock them the fuck out. Oh, you're going to defend her? You're going to defend her? She can knock you out. So I'm pretty sure if there was a circumstance where someone dangerous in a matter of 10 seconds as I walk to go get a drink or if I walk outside, I don't think that Timmery's life is in jeopardy in that period of time. But if it is, I would trust her over maybe even myself, because she's rocked me a couple of times. One time we were doing the boxing mitts, and I was like doing like the pop 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 with the gloves, and then she had the boxing gloves on, and one time she missed the mitt and clocked me in the face, and I just went, "All right, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you because I know that fucking hurt." So that'll hurt somebody else. It was a good punch, but man, she just wild. She just throwing them hands. She don't even know what the hell she's doing. She doesn't. She just whop whop whop. Um, but yeah, that's a good thing too. And then not to like separate men and women or anything in any way, but I do think that all men and women should have some sort of idea of like a self-defense. Whether it be, you take a little taekwondo or a little jujitsu or something, or even know how to use a can of pepper spray. Just have something in your arsenal to be able to defend yourself. Because that's important. It's important because you never know when that ugly moment might come. And nobody can prepare for a moment like that. Because I was a part of a situation about a couple weeks ago at an open mic where there was a guy, and I'm just gonna say he's a predator. I don't know. He was a predator. He was a creep. He was weird. He had eyes that like bugged out of his head. He clearly enjoys himself a cup of meth in the morning, and before bed before bed, he sucks blood. I don't know out of what, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was used tampons. This guy was a fucking creep, and he had his eyes on a friend of ours, and he just wouldn't stop staring at her, and he was just creeping and following, and I could hear him breathing heavy, and I wasn't even inside. I wasn't even in the building. I could hear him breathing. And it reminded me of the days working in the prison with all those fucking creeps and weirdos. Not all of them. I'm not saying all inmates or officers were creeps and weirdos. I'm saying that all officers were creeps and weirdos. But there's some guys in the prison system that that they are a dangerous person to society. Like you can just tell in the look of some people's eyes. And I could see that look in this guy's eyes. So we had to make sure that this person was protected, and I would do it. I would do the same thing even for like fucking Jake McDowell, his big ass, or Joe Fox. I mean, if there's some way where I think there could be something weird that happened, of course I would make sure that my friends are okay and safe. Is safe. And I mean, like, Joe would be I wouldn't really, what am I going to do with Joe Fox? He's just going to fucking flick me and I'm going to go flying across the Mississippi. Joe is such a big fucking ogre. But I miss Joey. I haven't seen Joey in forever, and we used to do all these eating challenges and stuff, but we've went away from it because me and Joe were honestly, I think we were just really sick of doing that stupid shit. I'm sick of hot sauce. I'm sick of sour. I'm sick of bugs. I'm sick of assholes. I'm sick of all that shit. But I think we're going to do we're going to eat some balut or something like that. It's going to be a good time. And I'm so stoked for October. For the movie that I was in, The Killer Piñata 2, The Bride of the Killer Piñata. And I'm so stoked because we're going to have a viewing party when it comes out on Amazon Prime. And I can't, it's going to be such a goofy little viewing party. I'm only in the movie for maybe 4 minutes tops. Maybe. But it's going to be 4 minutes I'll never forget with my friends and people like that. So make sure you check in when around October because we want everybody to watch that movie. It's going to be fun. And maybe they'll have me back for another one. And they're going to come on the podcast, the director. Yeah, he's going to come on. He's going to come on the podcast, and we got a good lineup of people that are going to be on the podcast coming up. And I'm really, really excited. Now it's about finding balance in the stand-up and the podcast and in my home life, It's just, that's what we have to do. It is a difficult thing. It is a difficult thing depending on your schedule, but you have to be smart. And as long as you can be smart and piece it all together, then you can make it happen. You can make it happen. I had well, let me take a quick little sippy poo. Oh God, I'm going to tell you about my pool. One sec. My pool. So last week it was like 100 and something degrees. And so we're like, damn, do we need to get this pool up? So we get this pool up. And we bought a pool from a friend. We threw our other one away. This one's nicer and bigger. And so we put this pool up. And as we are filling it up, we're just finding out left and right that this thing's pissing on us. Like the at like Osaka Hibachi or whatever, that when they have the little guy and he's like peeing, like he's got the little oil or whatever and he's peeing or whatever. That's what our pool looked like all the way around. It was a beautiful water fountain. But so we went out and got some of that Flex Seal. And you can stop a sinking boat with Flex Seal. It's amazing. But we went out and got Flex Seal and we start patching it up. Well, there's some leaks on the base of the pool. And so I know my fat ass ain't getting in that negative 30-degree water to go patch up the bottom. So I'm just letting it drain, the pool drain again, even though we already had it filled. And I'm going to let it dry out and then go patch the bottom. But I don't, man, this is like a task and a half, you know? I wish there was a better method. They should be able to like put something, you can just put something in the water and it just tells you. I mean, literally, we can have we can get an X-ray, and it could be like, oh yeah, inside of your body, through your skin, under your muscle tissue, your bone is broken in this exact area. Or they can like see what you had for lunch without even going inside your stomach. Or they can tell you what you're allergic to and all this stuff. Why can't they tell me where my fucking leaks in my pool are? Like, come on. The technology, we're right there. We should be able to do the shit that I need. And we're going to get to this point where everything's going to be robots. Everything is going to be robots. And I'm excited for that. Everybody's like, they're going to steal our jobs. We're not going to have to do any jobs. Do you like going to work? We're not going to have to work anymore. I know robots can't tell stand-up, so I'm going to still be able to do stand-up until robots start making jokes. And when that's going to be, then I'll be a little bit pissed. Or if they start having robots start doing better podcasts than I'm doing. Oh, gosh. I was pissed the other day. I was fucking livid. Zach Vaughn, he's been on the podcast. He's great. He's going to be headlining the show I'm hosting in Matherville. And he's just, this guy's on a rampage right now. He's killing the comedy game in the local area and just all kinds of stuff. But then he goes, I'm going to start a podcast. I'm like, fuck you are. I'm going to fucking cancel your fucking network, bro. He walks in and I'm going to start comedy. And then boom, he's better than everybody. Now he goes, well, now I'm going to start a podcast. He's going to be boom, better than everybody. And that shit's not fair. I'm at 145 episodes with this piece of shit. And Zach's going to go, ooh, and he's going to get 20,000 fucking views on his first one. And that shit pisses me off, especially because I'm missing the fucking season finale of Survivor on Wednesday for his fucking birthday party show. And I'm torn. I'm torn because me and Zach, we have this, not new-ish, I guess, but we have this friendship and it's like this beautiful little plant. It's starting to grow the flower. It's going to be a beautiful thing. But do I really need that flower? Because I know I need Survivor. I could just rip that little Zach plant right out the pot and fucking toss it and go home and watch Survivor with a bucket of KFC chicken and have my best life. But no, instead, I got to go do fucking 5 minutes of a fucking open mic, sit there and party for Zach's birthday and give him a fucking birthday present. It's because I love him. And I love that little plant. I love that little flower. And I think Zach's amazing. I really do. And I think that he's a very smart guy. And I really love that the people the people he's surrounding himself with. They're uplifting and they're smart, and he's a smart enough guy to he pushes people. He picks his friends wisely. And that's something we all should start doing a little bit better. When you pick your friends wisely, there's friends out there that are going to uplift you and they're going to make you want to be a better person, a better dad, a better friend, a better husband. And then there's people that are going to bring you down. And I cannot stress it enough that you do not want to get involved with the people who are going to bring you down, because it's a hard fought way to get out of a friendship where I don't want to use the term being used. There we go. Just take out the AB. Yeah. So abused without the abs. But I don't know. Yeah, when you get invested in a friendship like that, friendships work two ways, and when and then it hurts. It hurts because you invested in a lot into a friendship, but to say goodbye to that, it can sometimes be a really powerful thing moving forward. So Zach, this is me saying, I'm watching fucking Survivor, bitch. And if you're watching this right now, I'm like partially nervous that you like stop somewhere in the middle of what I was saying, bro. And you're just like, dude, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. No, I love you. It's going to be a blast. And what a cool way, what a cool way to have a birthday party. That's because people love you, man. It really is. When people, I had a handful of people that didn't show up to my birthday party. Made me feel like shit, but Zach Vaughn was there. So, and he gave me a cigar. And I saw the price of cigars the other day. Man, that shit's gotten crazy. Or have they always been that expensive? They're like $13 for a cigar. Man, I could just go I don't know, smoke ditch weed. I don't know. I've never been a real cigar guy, but I can enjoy a cigar. What I like about a cigar is that it's going to take a while to smoke it. So so when Zach Vaughn gave me one for my birthday, I knew that we were going to just hang out by the fire and chill out. And even get to know each other a little bit better. And that's a cool thing too, because it doesn't matter how long you're friends with a person. It could be 1 week, 1 year, 10 years. You always get to know somebody because in a different way, because we're always changing. Our life is always changing. There's a million things that happen in the course of our lives that change the course of who we are as people. You can get fucked over by a flower person, a person who sells flowers, because they didn't tell you that the plant will die in a week or whatever. But it changes you because now the next time you go to another flower person, you're like, nah, fuck you and fuck that plant. I'm going to buy this perennial. And I think that's probably the same thing. Now, annual means it comes back perennial and it dies at the end of the year. Just look at me, horticulture 101. Yeah. But no, we do. Everything changes the course of our lives, and everything changes us as people. It doesn't matter, and that's what a real friendship does. You continue to change with those people. I really do admire people when they're like, yeah, that's been my best friend since we were 7 years old, and now they're 50. And I think man, because that's like a bond, like a husband and wife. It really is. When you talk about if that person has been your best friend for that, they know everything about your life. And you have always consistently changed and moved and adapted and understood each other. And it's like a marriage just without a ring. Maybe matching tattoos, something like that. And I've always been a guy that I just love people really hard, and I'm heartbroken when they're not what I had thought. And that's usually what happens. It just comes out to being, I was just wrong. It doesn't mean that person's a bad person. I just thought that you were something else. And and I'm not saying like, oh, you need to treat me like a king. No, it just means, I've like I just heard somebody the other day. They said something, and I love difference of opinion because that's what makes us people. The way that we're all so different is what makes us human beings. It makes us individual. It makes us it's how you create creativity. It's how you create individualism. And I heard a guy say something, and I've been friends with him for a long time, but it was one of the most hateful, hurtful things. And it wasn't even in regards towards me, it was in regards towards a group of people. And I just sat there and thought to myself, how did I not know that this guy felt this way about this group of people? And I just don't want to upset anybody by saying what he said. But it blew my mind because I love a difference of opinion, but I don't like hating on a group of people and classifying them as something, or even or saying that it's creating a stereotypical line and using it in a negative way. I mean, I do stand-up comedy. I love jokes. I love to have fun, but I don't like to beat people down over no reason at all. And that's a really hateful, hurtful sign in a person. And I think that maybe that person has something going on with themselves to be able to say that. But man, it was just an awful thing. So who knows? Who knows? Maybe I'll soften back up to that person. But I part of me wants to just be like, what were you thinking when you said this? Or let me explain why this is wrong. But the other part of me goes, that's embedded in your brain for you to say something is horrible. And I wish I could tell you, I'm sorry, I'm beating around the bush on some things here, but it just was an awful thing. Yeah. So, I mean, we always keep the solo episodes are pretty short and sweet, around 30 to 40 minutes. So I'm going to get back upstairs, get this thing edited and get it up. And I always appreciate when I hear that y'all are watching the solo episodes, because I'm an idiot and I just talk and ramble. But I do love to hear that you watched it or made it to the end. So if you made it to the end of this stupid ass solo, let me know what I can do to make these solo episodes better for you and for everybody else. Leave a comment down below. But please, as always, like, share, subscribe. I'm going to put a link of all my upcoming shows right here, and I'm going to put it before the video starts as well. And yeah, please come out to a show. I love to see familiar faces, old faces, new faces, and holler at me. Though, yeah, we've got the Village Theater on June 3rd in Davenport. I'll be doing a good chunk of time there. And then June 9th or June 11th. Shit, I'll put it on the fucking picture. But yeah, we have all kinds of stuff coming up, and I appreciate you all as always. This is Shot 30 Podcast. Shot 30 Podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Castbox, YouTube, all those things. Please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. Come out and fucking dunk me in the dunk tank. It'll make Adam Peters' day. And Adam, I'm going to put a picture of you right here because I love you. And I love all of you. I appreciate you all so much, and I appreciate you all want to listen to me talk if you do. But thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, as always.